Hi, my name is Igor Kafetz, and this is the List Building Lifestyle, the only podcast which delivers cutting-edge conversion strategies from the online trenches straight to your earbuds. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. I also invite you to grab a free copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. And now, once again, it's time to claim your list building lifestyle. Welcome back to another edition of the List Building Lifestyle with your host, Igor Kafetz. We're closing on the end of 2017, and this is a tremendous time for anyone involved in internet marketing. Right now, you're stepping into the marketplace that's booming, and when I started in this marketplace almost 10 years ago, it was nowhere near the size that it is right now. There were nowhere near as many opportunities to make money, and there was nowhere near the amount of information, guidance, education, mentoring, and other resources to help you actually achieve that goal. Now, in and of itself, this is a great thing. Of course, it can also be a challenge because of the choice, right? The paradox of choice where because of the sheer amount of things to choose from, you're not really able to arrive at a decision. But that's probably a topic for another episode. What I want to do in this episode is focus on a few books that I read in 2017 that really helped me get ahead in my business and in my life. Now, these books will be ranging from marketing to writing to fiction to just reportive journalism, but I will explain why each and every one of these books has helped me. And again, just the sheer scope of the information available, of the guidance and education available, gives you an idea that 2018 can be your winning year if it still hasn't. And if it has, then 2018 can be even bigger than what 2017 been. But what's important is to handpick the correct information from all the available resources. So that's why I decided to make this episode about the 10 best self-help books of 2017 for me. The first book on that list is called Scale. Now, this book is all about how to get more customers, how to get customers easier, how to get better customers that spend more money, and how to build a better brand. Now, I've honestly haven't read a book as good about brand building, about marketing, about positioning, than this Scale piece by Hoffman and Finkel. And it really, the reason it's probably one of the better books on the subject is because Jeff Hoffman, one of the co-authors of the book, is just tremendously knowledgeable and just extremely skilled marketer. I got to see him speak at London, and I got to interview him on the show as a result as well. And Jeff is just, he's been involved in virtually every single industry, ranging from selling hotel rooms online to producing a music or a label record for somebody. The dude can market anything, and he knows exactly how to do it. I can't say that he's got an exact system for each and every little thing, but if you need something marketed and you want to get as close to a guaranteed success as possible, you will go and you will talk to Jeff Hoffman. He's also the founder of Priceline.com, and I think co-founder or founder of Booking.com, the big website where you can go and book a hotel room. So again, the guy knows a thing or two about marketing, and I'm not sure about his co-author. I never looked too deep into him, David Finkel, but the book itself is totally worth your time because it can get you some game-changing ideas and open your eyes to the things you're not doing right now or doing wrong trying to market your business. Now, the second one on that list is Make Every Word Count by Provost. So Make Every Word Count is designed for people who are already involved in some form of writing. In other words, if you're a copywriter and you're writing emails or sales letters, if you're a fiction writer, if you're a blogger, doesn't matter whether you write for fun or for profit. If you write, you want to get your hands on Make Every Word Count because Gary Provost gives you some awesome tips, some really concrete do this, don't do that sort of advice about how to make your writing better. And I can tell you, even if you're a great writer right now, you read that book and you will at least increase the quality of your writing by 20-25%. It's an incredible manual And I highly recommend keeping it on your shelf, or if you're a Kindle animal like me, keeping it on your Kindle, because this is the kind of stuff, this is the kind of book, the kind of resource you will go back to again and again and again. Third on that list, and probably one of the most influential books on my success in 2017, is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Now, Never Split the Difference tackles the conventional idea that you have to bargain with people and settle on the difference. So if I want to sell something for $10 and you want to only pay me $5, we will eventually settle on 7.5 and shake hands and seal the deal. So Voss says, and he's a professional negotiator for the FBI, ex-professional negotiator for the FBI, should I say. And, Voss says this is the complete, just false philosophy when it comes to negotiations, when it comes to securing deals, or when it comes to just buying your next vehicle. So if you're into that sort of stuff, if you want to understand how to successfully negotiate anything, then even if you're negotiating with your children and trying to get them to eat vegetables like I'm trying to do for the last couple of years, I highly recommend that you get this book, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, and that you also check out the Chris Voss interview I've done earlier this year about successful negotiating tactics. Number 4 on that list is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Now, this is mostly just a complete collection of Mark Manson's blog posts, and if you would like to just get the book for free rather than buying it, you can go to markmanson.net and read all the articles. The guy is an incredible social scientist, if you will. That's how I want to call him, because he's bringing forth some of the most incredible ideas that have propelled my ability to recognize my own flaws and biases, and to not let these things get in the way of my own success, or at least not as much as I used to let them in the past. So if you're looking for like a good kick in the ass and something refreshing when it comes to self-help education, I highly recommend getting The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, because this book will almost guaranteed, to shock you out of your complacency and give you the inspiration and the new ideas necessary in order for you to sort of just grab a hold and start being more in control of your life. Oftentimes by adopting a completely different and revolutionary beliefs than what you used to seeing and hearing in your everyday life. So highly recommended. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, definitely in the top 10 books of all times for me. Now the next one is a reportive journalism story. It's called Whale Hunt in the Desert by Castleman, and this book tells the story of a guy whose job was to bring high rollers into Las Vegas and gamble. In other words, if you're making $1 billion and you love to gamble, this guy would hunt you down and bring you into Las Vegas on a private jet for free just so you gamble in the casino that he works at. So the reason this book was fascinating for me was, first off, because it was written so well. It just reads extremely smoothly and extremely fast. It's just like every single page, you just turn it as if you're eating candy, just very, very easy. And the actual story itself is fascinating because it gives you an inside look into the world of Las Vegas gambling, and especially the whales, the high rollers, the billionaires and the multimillionaires that lose a lot of money almost every weekend in Las Vegas, who are one of the reasons Las Vegas exists and prospers, because they end up funding a lot of that growth and a lot of that, rah-rah and woohoo, whatever you want to call it, like all these billion-dollar hotels and resorts. That's the reason they're built. Not for the average people, for us, that spend very little money compared to what these whales drop. I mean, I'm talking about a guy, mostly guys, by the way, coming in and dropping a good $3 million in a weekend, losing to the casino. I mean, that's how you fund a casino. You don't fund it by selling, $20 all-you-can-eat buffets. So, Whale Hunt in the Desert, as far as entertainment, as far as, having an inside look into how Las Vegas operates, that's just an incredible reportive journalism story. The next one is another writing book. It's called On Writing Well by Zinsser. And this person really blew me away because, again, he, just like Provost, he's able to put writing into very specific do's and don'ts. He's able to give you a very specific example of how writing works, on what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and how to make existing writing that sucks a little bit better. So On Writing Well is definitely up there with the other writing manuals written by Provost because, any time that I feel that my writing is not up to par, all I have to do is just go back to the notes I took on this book on writing well, and I can immediately improve it by rereading some of the tips that the author is giving us. So On Writing Well is highly recommended to anyone who's an author, a blogger, an email marketer, a marketer, if you're doing Facebook posts, doesn't matter what you do. If you want to write well, you should totally get that book. Next, number 7 is Extreme Ownership by Willink and Babel. So this book was written by an ex-Navy SEAL who's now doing leadership coaching and leadership training, and he's giving examples from the battlefield about how to operate in a team environment, how to lead a team effectively. So if you're a team leader, if you want to become one, if you want to build a large organization, or if you got staff, or if you want to just be a great leader for your family and for the people in your community, you absolutely have to get your hands on Extreme Ownership because it will kind of strengthen your position. It will give you the tools necessary to become a great leader, and it will also give you an inside look into how the U.S. Army and specifically the Navy SEALs do their job of leading people into the battlefield, often risking their lives. Okay, so imagine if you're trying to build a network marketing organization, you're trying to get people to just give you some money and trust you with their financial life. Now imagine what it's like to lead someone into the battlefield and ask them to put their actual life on the line for you and the rest of the team. So Extreme Ownership is all about that. Extreme Ownership is definitely recommended to people who want to become leaders in their little organizations or large organizations or in their society or community, or if you're just looking to lead people through marketing. That too applies here if you're smart enough to see through the tips and strategies that Willink and Babel are sharing. Now, if you are somebody who prefers for someone else to break those principles down for you and you're a marketer, then definitely check out the Extreme Ownership episode that we published this year about this particular book and the principles and how they are applied in internet marketing. Next up is Deep Work by Cal Newport. Now, this book is really for people who are looking to know and understand how to work fewer hours but get just as much done or even more done in that short time frame. This book, the biggest impact on me, that it showed me how I lose so much time and so much focus on the things that really do not produce much or at all, meaningful progress and impact on my life, not just my business. So I completely redesigned my routine after reading Deep Work, and my productivity not only doubled, but my fulfillment levels shot up, and I was able to start spending more time with friends and family while getting more work done while working less, actually. So if you're looking to understand how to get more work done in less time and have more energy and focus left to give to your loved ones and to your hobbies, then you absolutely want to check out Deep Work, because trust me, the way the author presents the data will not leave you untouched. It will absolutely change the way you look at your own life and at the way you treat your time and what you choose to fill it with. So definitely get Deep Work if you're like a productivity freak like me. Next up, it's The Boomerang by Michael Lewis. So Michael Lewis is the author that brought us the Big Short. So if you read the book or maybe saw the movie, The Big Short was an incredible in and of itself, but Boomerang is sort of like continuing with that same storyline, and it explains where did that crisis for 2008 started. And it's funny because most people think it was just the US, but actually the entire freaking globe collapsed at the same time, and it all started with the weirdest places like Iceland and Greece. So you definitely want to check it out if you're interested in the financial markets, and if you tend to enjoy really good writing, then I highly recommend checking out The Boomerang, because it too, just like The Whale Hunt in the Desert, it's written in a very exciting way. It doesn't leave you untouched. It actually just makes you want to read more and more and more, and makes you want to take interest in the topic, which I find to be just a very rare thing when it comes to books these days. Like, very few books actually get to my heart and make me say, okay, I want to find out more about the topic because of the way the author writes about it, right? So Lewis has done a great job, and I highly recommend you check out the book. And last but not least is The Art of Living by Epictetus. Now, this is not a brand new book, just so you understand. This book has been written thousands of years ago, but it applies today more than ever to the way we live our life, because we forgot all these principles of great living. So if you're somebody who's continuously striving to educate and improve themselves, if you would like to live a life that's righteous, that's correct, that's fulfilling, that's just good life, okay, you definitely want to check out The Art of Living, because the principles this philosopher shares with us are incredibly valuable in today's life, especially with, when there's so many distractions, so many things that steal our attention, and so many things where we end up just forgetting who we truly are. Now, I know it sounds sort of wishy-washy, and I'm not really used to selling you on that sort of material, but The Art of Living is definitely worth your time if you're somebody who strives for continuous improvement. Now, this pretty much sums up the 10 best self-help books of 2017. I really wanted to put more books on that list, but I had to stick to just 10, okay? But trust me, you read these 10 books, you'll be much better off. Now, I will also be doing an episode about the 10 worst books of 2017, because there were plenty of books that I was really, really disappointed in, both self-help books and fiction books. So stay tuned for that. And until next time we chat, have a good one.
Thank you for listening to The List Building Lifestyle. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Google Play to never miss an episode. Because who knows, just one conversion tactic we share on the show might double your list and double your business. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. And don't forget to claim your complimentary copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. This is Igor Kafetz, and until next time we talk, have a good one.